going on, everybody? This is David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor. Just kind of hanging out with this young man right here. I will introduce him in a second. Just wanted to kind of give you guys some updates. Been really, we're probably going on like the 42nd, 43rd day already. We just kind of moving this thing through. We're just kind of seeing people. I was telling somebody the other day that what I'm seeing right now in this COVID is that I'm watching hustlers and I'm watching people watching. And in that I'm noticing that some people are getting innovative, some people are really starting to think about new ways of reinventing themselves, their business, their organizations, and then on the back end, I'm just seeing other people that are just kind of watching this process happen. And so, the thing that I would say is that it's a really good idea to just focus in on who you are and what you want to be, and then in that moment, man, hustle. And when I say hustle, I mean hustle in a way that will make lives change. Hustle in ways that will bring you up to the forefront. Because they always say the cream always rises to the top. And so it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. If you are meant to have it, you are meant to have it. So go out and get it. So ultimately, I got a guy here by the name of Brandon Chapman. We hooked up probably about a year and a half ago, something like that. And just the kind of stuff that I've known of him, just listening to his story, it's just been an awesome experience to kind of hang out. I think we kind of introduced each other through haircuts. Like he was going to the same barber that I was going to, and just from there we just kind of been linking up a lot. So this conversation today is just about what's happening in our community and just how we recover, and everybody recovers differently, and I love the way that this guy is recovering. So I just want to introduce Brandon Chapman, and I want him to introduce to you who he is. So what's going on with you, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? Speaking of a barber shop, your boy could use a barber shop right now. Oh man, but yeah, man. My name is Brandon Chapman. It is my life's long. I've been called to create programs to help the forgotten, and I've been very privileged to be able to be established here in Frederick for about 11, 12 years, and be working with at-risk youth and creating programs for people for the past 10 years here in Frederick. So I'm a part of a nonprofit in South Africa. We have an orphanage in school. So working with kids and helping kids navigate themselves through troubling times is what I do and what I love to do, along with many other things. Yeah, that's who I am in a nutshell. My heart is to be able to connect with people and use the connections that we have to not only benefit the client that I'm working with or myself, is going to benefit the person we're connected with. Because when we come together, it's said, you only know what you know, but you bring somebody else to the table who has knowledge and stuff, you're going to take it much further. So that's what I'm all about.
So for the people to understand, like this dude here is going into Africa, and I'm not just talking about not just kind of walking around the streets, kind of doing some kind of ministry. Like this dude's telling me about him going running down like rabbits and and animals out there. Like I mean, like I'm thinking to myself, like I feel you, but man, I'm kind of nervous about running out in the dark trying to catch some animals, man. But
I'll say right now, nervous isn't the word. I was scared. I saw a 12-year-old boy jump out of the back of a truck, chasing out a porcupine and catching rabbits with his hands. I said, man, if this kid could do it, I have to give it a try.
Hey. But you know what, though? The thing that's really cool, though, is that same mentality I've seen when he's working with the children in the housing. And so it's like he's willing to do whatever it takes. He's willing to go whatever length it is to go catch them. And so I want him to talk about, and I want you to talk about the kind of stuff that you're doing, especially in the housing community in our community.
Yeah. So I want to say before I hop on that, it's very important. One thing I've learned that in order for me to continue getting to the next levels and continue the reach that I'm trying to do is I have to continue pushing myself. So the example of me chasing that rabbit and trying to get that porcupine, right, is something where I had to get up out of myself, right, to experience something. And once I experienced it, I enjoyed it, and I learned something from it too. I'm not as quick and as fast as I used to be, and I'm never doing it again. But at least I learned something. But I learned, right? Learn lessons. But for housing authority guys, this whole everybody's stuck. Like, what happens? And this had caused me to be really innovative and think outside the box. And I thought of myself as an outside of the box thinker already. But this really caused me to say, okay, the kids that I love, the kids that I serve, who are already sort of forgotten by the plans that society has, the people who live under the poverty line. How are we going to be able to help our children not fall behind educationally, emotionally, socially, during this time when they're sort of kept up in the house? We all locked up. We locked down 24/7 right now. So that caused us to start thinking of ways to start reaching our kids and making an impact. And so that's exactly what we're doing here. We have created an online reach. Today, actually, I just finished doing our first incentive prize giveaway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So very fortunate enough to have been reached out. I also am the director of the Police Activities League here in Frederick, which we are a mentor program where we have mentoring inside the schools and also in Lucas Village. And we've received a huge donation. So we have a partnership between the PAL and the Housing Authority where we've received donations from Walmart, from bikes, remote control cars. It's just anything you can imagine, razors, anything you can imagine in a household. Just think of Walmart and everything that they have in there. That's what we have.
Yeah.
We're using these as incentives for our parents to be able to get something for encouraging their children to be a part of it, and also, bring some life and some good feeling into it. Yeah. Were you going to say something?
No, if you look at, I think Hogan is making an announcement today with the superintendent of schools. So nobody really knows exactly what that's going to be, but I can tell you that I think that it's going to be something that's going to cancel the rest of school. So if we haven't already came to terms with what's going on, I think today, this evening, we're going to find out some information.
Right, and to be honest with you, here at the Housing Authority, we came to terms very quickly because we're so used to seeing our kids Monday through Friday, right after school, coming in to do tutoring, coming in to do yoga, coming in to build stools, coming in to just connect, coming in for a meal, right? We had kids coming in all the time, and when it stopped, we were like, man, we need to find ways to continue to be engaged, because if this continues until the next school year, there are going to be a lot of kids who are going to fall behind education. And it's our goal here at the Housing Authority to not let that happen. So we're right now we're going to be fundraising to get a reading specialist, a math specialist. We're already doing online tutoring. And once we could get back, hopefully, with Hogan says, we could get to groups of 25 or 50 or whatever it is. We plan to use our center. We have a PAL center here. We plan to use the PAL center as a hub where, from 9 to 10, first and second graders could come. From 11 from 12, this group could come, and so on and so on. So to be able to equip our kids with that, I want to be able to offer the families I serve the same things I want to offer my kids when my kids are struggling.
Yeah.
And that is my mission, and that is my goal, and that is our programming here at Housing Authority. Is the school? We love the school system. But the school can only do so much.
Yeah.
So we need to create the supports at home, right? And we know our families, and we know our families well. So we understand the struggles. We understand some of them have IEPs, and we are very connected with our families. So this has really given us a way to look at each household and come up with specific goals and metrics to make all this come true. So we're excited.
Well, I will say this is that the goal for you, for what I will say, is to continue doing the things that you need to do. And so as long as you need to do them, you know, it's one of those things where you can hold on real quick. I gotta do something.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
Um, um, what I what I'm saying is the goal is whenever I see you doing children, it also allows me to see that you also have a passion for the people who are incarcerated too. And so a lot of these students, if they don't come through that atmosphere and get the help as a child, then they're going to end up really having an issue and end up in jail. So how have you been kind of working with people in people that are incarcerated?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm a part of another organization, Families Impacted by Incarceration, through Mental Health Association, MHA, BARB, Sherry, Children of Incarcerated Parents, shout them out. They gave me an opportunity to join their team, and I do the parenting classes in jail for the men. And throughout the years, it's always been something I've noticed with a lot of the youth that I work with. Um, the void of the fathers some of them would have and are looking for in their lives.
Yeah.
Am I still here? And,
yeah.
This gave me an opportunity to step into jail and to teach a parenting class. I'm a father of two right now, and it was an opportunity for me to get back and to help households. I'm already in households working with the kids, and one thing I saw was, man, we need some. Where the daddies at? You know, where the dads at that are missing with my kids, and now I'm in the jail teaching classes. And there has been fathers in my classes who I have worked with their kids. And the importance of me connecting with people, when that happened, it showed me that keep on working, keep on pushing and doing what you're doing, because everything, and the guys told me, I'm going to show you how it all is all going to connect. And how, you know, this little seed here is gonna blossom into the seed there. So being in the jail and having these conversations with these men, whew, is a powerful and draining experience. I say that because I'm walking into a dark place.
Yeah.
I'm walking into a sad place. I'm walking into a hopeless place. And I'm coming to speak to men about something that can hit a deep string of feelings depending on the relationships. So throughout the class, we work on how do you parent from afar? How do you have parenting conversations over the phone? You know, you don't want to pick up the phone when little Johnny's acting up and say, look, when I get home, I'm going to whoop that butt. You know what I'm saying? The little Johnny's never going to want to talk to you on the phone. So it's about coming up with techniques and ways to have conversations and be able to create that relationship from inside. So when they get outside, the relationship is ready to keep on going to the next level.
So whenever you look at the impact of what you do, especially for people in incarceration, people in this community, I know that you do a lot with like videos and bringing like life situations to life. How has that been going for you lately, especially with the COVID-19 and everything? How has that been going?
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm super excited. You can see the smile on my face to say this. If my wife is watching this, she's probably rolling her eyes because she's like, oh, this man with his ideas again. Look. I'm super excited. Our videography business is 88 Visual. Me and a friend, Devon, have this business. He is an Emmy Award-winning videographer for a documentary he did on strokes. Anyway, we are super excited. We will be dropping a video, 2 videos, a Mother's Day video, hopefully coming soon before Mother's Day, of course, and then a couple other videos here to really talk about how this epidemic is affecting some restaurants and how someone's idea brought so many people together that is helping keeping restaurants afloat here in the city of Frederick. And so my whole mission with the videography is I have a story to tell. With myself, and when I was trying to get my story out of what I'm doing and the work that I'm doing to raise the funds that I need, I saw the issue with people who would want to come and do videos not being able to connect to the heart of what I was trying to say and connect to the heart of the people on the opposite side of the awareness. And so our focus at 88 Visuals is being able to capture that heart, of the story and really put that story out there. And we're focusing all of our storytelling right now here in the city of Frederick, all over Frederick. We're going to be going to Urbana actually tomorrow to do a story at Pumpernickel and Rye. So if you haven't tried it, try them out. But yes, this is what we're doing. We're here to tell stories and to bring. Right now, it's so much gloom. You look outside right now. I hate today. It's like gloomy.
Yeah.
We just want to bring some. If we just want to bring some light, and some smiles to people's faces, and that feeling of the power of connecting. Once again, the power of connection and the power of that we have when we connect with each other. So that's what these videos are going to show us: is the power that we have with the community supporting our restaurants. And when you support our restaurants, you're supporting local business, and that just helps everybody flourish.
Hey guys, I just want you guys to really check him out, man. Brandon has been doing a lot. He's still doing a lot, and that's the thing that really moves my heart, because it's always a good thing to see people going in to really figure out how to connect with people that are incarcerated, people that are down on their luck, people that and especially children that have been self-esteem is shot, maybe parenting is not really structured for the way that we normally think that it should be. And sometimes we have to go outside the box and go outside the norm in order to continue, reaching this population. So thank you, Brandon, for coming on with me today. And thank you guys for watching. Remember, I do have a $50 gift card that I will be giving out sometime this week, so stay tuned. We only got a couple more days, so make sure you do not miss out. So it's David Brooks, it's Brandon Chapman, and it was the Cadillac Counselor Show. All right, so thank you, and keep on tuning in.